Marissa Barton. Before my psychology class last semester, I never really paid attention to how I studied or where I studied. I usually studied wherever I could find. I never thought to research the best techniques or to ask anyone if there was a better way to study, and I feel that most of you guys are in the same position that I was in. Sometimes I studied in my room, on my bed, at the library, with the TV on, listening to music. It didn't really matter. However, that all changed after my Psych 200 class last semester when I learned that where you study makes a difference. In my class, we spent a good chunk of time researching the best techniques and study habits for college students. So today I'm going to be giving you a few tips on how to study and where to study to learn more efficiently. So first I'm going to be sharing with you where to study. So number one, you should never study in your bed. Your bed, and some would even argue your room, is a place for relaxation. An article by the American College of Health Sciences claims that studying in your bed confuses you and limits your focus. Studying in your bed sends mixed signals to your brain that confuses you. On one hand, your brain will think it's time to relax whenever you're lying in bed, not allowing you to study without losing focus and getting tired. And on the other hand, your brain will think it's time to study whenever you are trying to sleep, limiting the amount of rest that you get. Second, you should change your scenery when studying. When studying in a familiar location, it is easy to lose focus and become like a drone that is on autopilot. Instead, changing your scenery allows for better concentration. This means that going outside or to a new room on campus can actually aid in your studying. Third, you should find a noise level that best fits you. According to an article titled Variation in Study Patterns Among College Students, people study better in the noise level that they prefer. The library here at EKU has different floors associated with different noise levels, so you can pick the one that's best for you. On the other hand, studying outside is also recommended. However, you have to be careful being distracted by the people around you. Now that you know where you should study, let's look at how you should study. There are several improved methods of studying that can actually increase learning and retrieval. So first, you should test yourself and revise previous learning material. Testing yourself over learning material and potential test questions can actually strengthen your long-term memory. It also allows you to think more deeply and increase critical thinking skills, according to an article titled PBL Trigger, designed by medical students. Next, you should interweave your subjects. This means that you should try to make connections between different subjects and classes so that you can learn the information better. By studying different subjects together, it allows you to think deeper and more critically, being able to explain the information rather than just memorizing it. In addition, you should ask questions. Asking questions allows you to gain knowledge about the material that you had not known. By getting another person's opinion or looking a question up online, you can see the information from a new perspective and even make connections between two different subjects. Lastly, you should limit distractions no matter where you study. This means that you should turn off your phone, you should turn off the TV, and that you should study without distractions of people around you. I think that focusing is one of the biggest problems that college students face when trying to study, and I think this is due to technology. So I recommend turning your phone off for 30 minutes at a time, studying during that time, and then turning it back on for a 5-minute break. Now, let's quickly look at how long you should study. I found that you should study for 2 hours per credit hour per week. However, this does not mean that you should study all at once, but you should make a study schedule to space out your study times and to ensure that you actually study. According to an article titled Academic Performance of College Students, 39% of all college freshmen spend 16 hours or more per week at work. So this doesn't leave a lot of time to study, which is why I recommended the schedule. Although today I only shared with you how and where you should study, several of the articles I read actually included information about why these tips work. I encourage you all to research the psychology and science behind my study tips that I gave you today. As you are all college students, I hope that you will take these tips into consideration, as they have already helped me today. Thanks.
Okay. personally, what do you think is the ideal setting to study?
So he asked what the idea of studying, setting was for